guys? Cedar B here. Today we have a war recap against 6 Schlitzes, and we've got some good attacks for you, so let's go ahead and bring up the war. We'll go, as you can see, 85 to 85 victory, close on the total destruction, 95.13% on our end, 94.80 on their end. As far as the hit rates are concerned, we had a 6-pack coming from Alexander, number 1 and number 4, both Suihiro Lalos. So that was our 2 Town Hall 11 attacks, so we came out 100% on that. They didn't end up getting to use any 11v11 attacks, or I'm sorry, they did use one, but they were unsuccessful with it. Town Hall 10v10, we came out with 2 attacks, 2 3-stars out of 15 attacks, so 13% hit rate. Pretty much where we have been, so if we can get that up a little bit, then we're going to be looking golden and moving strong. On their end, they had 3 for 13 on their Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10, coming away with a 23% hit rate for those. Our Town Hall 9s did a great job again, coming out very strong, and we came out with 15 out of 26 attacks to clear the Town Hall 9s with 58 hit rate % on that, so good job on the Town Hall 9s. They were unfortunately unable to clear the 9s on their end. They had 2 10v9 dips, which they were successful with. Their Town Hall 9 hit rate, though, was 47%, so a little bit low on their end. Had a little bit of a struggle this war. As far as our dips are concerned, 11v10, we were 100% on that, 6 for 6, so good job, guys, up there at Town Hall 11. Keep that up. And coming over from 6 Schlitzes, we have 4 out of 5, 80% hit rate for them, so not bad on their end either. As far as our hit ups, we had our 10v11s, 2 for 5 on that, so 40%, pretty good. And on their end, they actually matched us on that as well, 2 for 5 coming out with 40% hit rate. And our 9v10s, we were able to get 4 out of 5 on those, so good job, guys, 80% hit rate, and they didn't have any Town Hall 9 scouts. Last thing, we got away from the 6-pack shoutouts, so let's start bringing that back. Today we have Alexander, as we mentioned. Have a hard time with this name, Mana Yunkmark. Excuse me, guys. Bodie Wildwood, Damon, myself, Jimmy Smits, Ajax, Taco, and the Mighty Eye. So lots of really good attacks to cover. Let's get right into it. The first one we're going to start off with is Jimmy Smits, bringing an AQ Walk Avalanche. Not something I've seen in a little bit personally. I'm sure it's been heavily used. It's a very strong attack. I haven't seen it in a while, so thought we could get some coverage out of that, and he does a great job executing it. So Baby Dragon was dropped up at 12 o'clock, starting that funnel from there. Nice that Baby, he obviously wanted to get a little bit more value out of it, but it did its job cutting that funnel at 12, and he was able to pick up a Seeking Airmine, so didn't have to worry about that with this queen. She's continuing to walk towards 9 o'clock at this point. She'll step up here in just a moment, take that Wizard Tower. He's brought in 2 of his golems from 9 o'clock, and he brings in his test wall breaker. Everything goes good on that end. Gets the other 3 in, gets a nice wall break. CC is pulled. Queen has dealt with that. I don't believe she's going to need to pop her ability, so that's nice that he's going to be able to save it. 3rd golem goes down as a flanking golem, and this is common to see, saving it for either the back end or flanking in this situation. So 2 golems have gone in. He's held on to his CC bowlers. He's going to drop those in just a moment. Poisons the queen, and those wizards are just going to keep working towards that 6 o'clock side, tanking for that Tesla, and it'll remain up for just a moment until those wizards get in there. And these bowlers walking in right now, they say, I've been at the gym, I don't need to worry about jump spells, I'm just going to power through these walls. So apparently they said, screw the jump spells, we're just going to go through the wall, but that works. Not a bad thing there. And he's gotten all the way through the core at this point. Just has to let the rest of the attack work itself through, coming in with an avalanche attack as he did with this. You have to be patient with it. They're not, super fast. Once you get, your spells dropped, kill squad in, Funnel is good. That's the biggest thing. Focus on your funnel. You need to get your kill squad in there, or just depending on the layout of the base, it is important to keep that in mind. Since you don't have any back end troops, make sure that you can get your very, very heavy kill squad into the base where you want it. Make the investments where needed to funnel them properly, especially your bowlers. So at this point, 90% of the base taken out. That Expo is locked onto that bowler. Golem is going to tank for that cannon and archer tower, and it's going to be GG. Drops the last 2 wizards, takes out those collectors, and that bowler is just going to be beaten on that Expo. Queen is going to step up, take it out, and that's a wrap. So great job, Jimmy. Great execution. Like to see these attacks, so keep bringing it. All right, next we're going to Taco, and he had a great 6-pack this war. Some really, really nice attacks. He's taken on Dark Star, number 20. And this is cold-blooded Gobo Lalo. I don't know the last time I've seen this attack personally, and the amount of value that he's going to get with this push here, just with the cold-blooded Golem. You can see already where he's going, drops that jump spell. He's going to get all 3 of those air defenses. Bowlers go in, and the amount of value he's going to get out of this push is just ridiculous. So jumps down, poison down, CC's drawn, rages it all up. He's going to be getting through there. Going to get a couple of outside defenses with the bowlers like you just saw. 2 wizard towers, which is going to be huge for his Lalo portion, and he decides to go ahead and bring it in here. Perfect path. 1 air defense still up, and look at all of the traps that the Lava Hounds were able to trigger. His balloons are just going to be full health coming into the rest of the half of this base, the last few defenses that are still going to be up. So absolutely crushes it, and you can just see the power, just of the Lalo itself. Not going straight for the air defense as, where it's closest, letting those Lava Hounds path over, as we've talked about so many times before. And the reason we keep talking about it is it works. So this is an excellent display of that. If you're having trouble with air practice, switching up your deployment, seeing what works best for you and how you read a base. And because, just like Arnold Palmer, great golfer, but completely unorthodox swing. So, what works for you might not work for others. And, experiment, try it. We're all good attackers, if we're pulling off these 3-star attacks. So get an encyclopedia going. But great job, Taco. Awesome 6-pack. Let's move on. Going up to Savage, and which one did he take on? Where is he? There it is. Mr. Grundy, also known for the Grundinator, and he's coming in with a quad Golem attack. As you can see, he's taken up. He's tanking for pretty much the whole half of that base right now with those 3 Golems. He's going to be able to work them inside. That was a long pull for that Golem, but he knew that jump spell and where that Golem would target would be able to get him to where he needed to go. And second Golem is working in. 3rd Golem up top up at 3 o'clock is going to get shredded, as we can see. They're dealing with the CC. The only thing that's going to come out of that is the baby dragon. The queen is going to be able to pick it off pretty quickly. Both those jump spells are down, and he has 2 golems and his bowlers just moving through the rest of the base. And here comes that 4th golem. He held on to it that long so that he could flank this backside of the base. I did something similar to it on a cleanup attack. I was on cleanup duty this war. And, watching this attack, I was like, I should have just invested a little bit more space into getting a golem instead of what I did. What I did end up working out, but, using his kill squad all the way through. Golem, few wizards, able to get out that large portion of the base, and now he's just coming in with his 8 hogs that he has brought, held on to him this far into the raid, and they're pretty much just going to be used for cleanup at this point. They only have those 4 defenses to take care of, so being extremely patient and letting the attack work through, reading the base, just a great attack overall. Savage, you're a savage, so keep it up, buddy. These are some great attacks. Love to see it. So go ahead and get through that, and next we're going to be taking a look at Lai, and he's coming in with just a regular Goho, but he is bringing a max golem, and I personally haven't, I've said it, I think 3 out of these 4 attacks, I haven't personally seen this attack in a while. I also haven't personally seen a max CC golem used in a war for a Goho, and watching the replay, you'll see how far and how much this max golem is going to tank. Got a huge benefit out of it, and where he placed his jump spell is going to play a big role, because he's going to end up getting his entire kill squad in here. That extra golem having, or that max golem having that extra hit points, he knew he was able to be a little bit more patient with the funnel, and you can see CC's coming out, and that max golem is still up. It's about to go down here in just a moment, I believe, but his other golem is at full health, 3/4 of its health right now. Now that they're this far into the base, 35% of the base taken out for his Goho kill squad. That's pretty good, with 3 heal spells in the bag. And gets through that first section, very patient, gets a lot of hogs lost to the spring traps, but, what happens, happens. And, it's just how you're able to adapt with it and make do with what you got. So he is super patient, as we can see as well, and he gets those hogs nice and full health as he works through this next corner, and he'll have to hang on to that last heal spell until he gets around that wizard tower. They are looking a little beat up, but luckily that Expo is on that golem, and you can see the level 7 golemites are still up. So that golem played a huge role in this, I believe, just with, I think it's an extra 1,000 or maybe 1,500 hit points, but did a very, very good job reading the base, taking the investment out of the extra DPS for the hogs, and bringing in the extra hit points with the max golem. So good read on that Lai, very nice execution. And just have to deal with that pesky barbarian king down there. All right, that's going to wrap it up for Town Hall 9. Now let's go up to Town Hall 10. Take a look at the 2 attacks we got for that. And first we're going to take a look at Licks. Coming in with a mass bowler. What is that? 4 or 5 bowlers on the outside, 3 witches with 2 healers on each of them, and wants them to basically flank the base, take out the outside, and doesn't go as heavy with the 12 o'clock side. Sorry about that. I guess she actually only brought 2 healers. That's right. Because of the air defenses, I believe. Okay, anyway. All the bowlers had, taken out that side, double jump into the core at this point. All spells are used, and just pop that king ability. Queen is still at full health. She'll be able to get a lot of damage, and she's able to reach that inferno, which is a nice thing. Unfortunately, she does wrap, and I can't remember what ends up getting over there to take it out. But that witch is going to go down. Those healers are going to continue to stay on those 3 bowlers and the 2 bowlers and the 2 witches. And the rest of the kill squad is just going to kind of wrap around. So it's kind of nice the way this worked out. Everything was able to kind of work through the base, wrap around, get a lot of the cleanup done. The only unfortunate thing is the pathing to that Inferno Tower is going to play the biggest factor at this point. So we'll kind of just speed it up just a little bit, get through some of this trash and then see how this kill squad gets through the rest of the space. So both abilities popped at this point. It's just beat through the wall, get to that Inferno Tower, and there's the 3. So good job, Licks. Nice attack. All right. Next we have Nick L, and he's coming in with a Go Boho. Just straight up Go Boho, Town Hall 10. Drops 1 golem at 3, 2 wizards to help start cutting that funnel. Nice anchor point with that archer tower being there. Able to drop that golem up there, knows it'll target the archer tower and cannon compartment because it is out of range of that archer tower, and golem range, if it hasn't changed, is still 9 tiles. So sorry about that. It's still 9 tiles, I believe, unless I'm wrong and they've changed it, but that's why I didn't end up walking over there. While I was talking, though, had a beautiful entry with his kill squad. Wall breakers down, take that out, and ends up getting a second partial break on that wall, helps get his king and everything into the second compartment. They took out that queen, so that was a very beautiful entry. And as we've talked about before as well, we see that nice, beautiful L shape for the rest of the base for the defense deployment section of your attack, and has 2 heals in the bag. The biggest threat at this point is going to be those wizard towers, so and those Teslas do just pop, but as long as he plays his cards right, he's got enough hogs, unless something absolutely crazy happens, he's not, you know, he'll get through this pretty easily. Has a little bit of a scare there with that giant bomb, but having those hogs at full health from that previous heal spell obviously does nothing to them. So wizard tower goes down. Tesla is about to go down. Now he just has to worry about cleanup. Gets a nice split on them. Hogs are going to start wrapping around counterclockwise. Has some golems and some goblins and some archers working clockwise from 6 o'clock, and that's a nice combo. They're going to be able to sandwich the rest of the base and get the cleanup taken care of very quickly. So nice to see that, Nico. Very nice attack. So we'll go ahead and fast forward through the rest of this cleanup. And last attack that we have is going to be Alexander with his Sui Hero Lalo. Oh, woohoo. I got a Night Witch level 9. Okay. What base did he do? He did 4. Alright. Alright, so Sui Hero Lalo, bowler assisted, I guess is the way I would look at it. And looking at this base, it pretty much makes a perfect funnel for him. You know, having this moat up here kind of directs everything to just come into this army camp, archer tower, you know, everything down here. And doesn't have to really worry about his troops really going anywhere. And the fact that he's bringing such a small kill force, you know, or kill squad, don't even know if I could call it a kill squad, but coming in with that, doesn't have really much of a place for them to go. They should go generally pretty straightforward if the funneling is good. And as it was, CC gets taken out, Queen is taken out, his king is down, Warden is still up, going to have to pop that Queen ability here in just a second, and she'll be able to actually get that Eagle artillery down. Once she does that, he'll be able to deploy his Lalo portion of the raid. And as we've talked about, looking at the Lava Hound deployment, does get a little unlucky there with the 2 bombs that did trigger there, but able to get those Seeking Our Minds, get that Hound to pop, gets a red bomb on that outside, so a little tricky on the placement. It looks like they did a good job keeping the red bombs out of pathing of the Lava Hounds for the most part, so good thing to keep in mind when you're building a base. Try and anticipate where they might deploy those Lava Hounds from. Set your red bombs out of the path area if possible, and that'll just kind of help to make the chance of the balloons going over it and getting hit with it more viable than the Lava Hound pathing over it and taking it out. So Very nice attack, though. Alexander, just an absolute beast. Both of his 3 stars on this were Sui Hero Lalos. I just put out a previous recap on the Sui Hero Lalo, so if you haven't practiced it, practice it. It's super strong. And until next time, Cedarby out.